Saturday night's main event took place tonight in Salt Lake City, Utah. The show started off with some wrestlers who are going to be competing on the show arriving at the arena. Then we get the opening video package, the classic Saturday night's main event theme song. They kept the same SmackDown Titantron set that they had yesterday for the Halloween show, and hopefully everyone had a nice, happy Halloween last night. And this show, the opening match was the Undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes defending against Drew McIntyre. Right away, that's your opener. That's a dead giveaway to me. We're not getting a title change. If we're getting a title change with the WWE Championship, it's in the main event. This is the big championship. It's the much bigger championship than the World Heavyweight Championship. So if it's going on first, Cody's retaining again, and I'm sure that pissed a lot of people off. So Drew got the heat to start off. As you would expect, Drew introduced the title belt. The craziest spot of the whole match was Drew knocking Cody off the apron, sending him crashing through the announce booth, and they utilized the countdown spot because if Cody's disqualified or counted out, he loses his belt, and after that huge spot, I thought, oh, maybe this is how they get the belt on Drew, but Cody beat the count. There was a ref bump, and then Cody hit a DDT onto the title belt after Drew introduced it. It backfires on Drew. Then he hits a crossroads to win the match. So Cody wins. I don't know where Drew goes from here. I really don't see a path for him back. He's lost so many times now. But the way they set up, I guess they can say, well, he's going to say he got screwed again, and it sets up another match at Survivor Series. I really don't care to see that match, to be honest. I think they've damaged Drew badly. I do think they're probably going to start a match, though. So that's the one. I'm not going to rant too much because I think that's where we're heading. The best positive I can say about the match was there was no commercials, by the way. Usually we're saddled with commercials every Saturday night's main event during the matches, which ruins it. No commercials during the matches. And I'm watching on YouTube, but most people, this is aired for American viewers who are watching on Peacock now instead of NBC. So watching on YouTube, we got all the matches fine. We had to deal with commercials, but the matches, no interruptions, and that was definitely a much improvement. So the show was CM Punk warming up backstage. Then they show Tiffany Stratton backstage, and they're focusing on her taped up knee. Nick Aldis gives her the opportunity to pull out. She refuses, and of course they're playing up that Tiffany is banged up, and it was obviously done to protect her, as it was a dead giveaway she's losing this match. They're doing so much with the knee, it was obvious, all right. They're protecting her, she's losing, and that's fine. She's a babyface, and she's going to lose decisively, but they can go back to the knee that Jade injured, I believe it was not last SmackDown, the one before. So they show some celebrities in the crowd. Post Malone was one. The Tony Hinchcliffe guy. I forget who else. Some Netflix people. Then we get the WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton defending against Jade Cargill. They've had the match at SummerSlam and several matches on SmackDown. So Jade in this match immediately goes after Tiffany's knee. She gets the heat early on, and she beats the hell out of Tiffany. Tiffany got some offense in. I remember she was close to a moonsault, but Jade hit her knee. But Jade physically dominates Tiffany Stratton, and the whole part of the match is Tiffy can't really do much because of her knee, and it kind of neutralizes her. Jade does several power moves. She does a series of power bombs, then hits the Jaded to become the new women's champion. I guess this is similar to Brock Lesnar and John Cena from either the WrestlePalooza match or the infamous match from SummerSlam of 2014. That's what it really was like, and it's okay for Tiffany because of the knee injury. Jade physically dominates her, woman handles her, if you will, and just beats the hell out of her. And definitely a career highlight for Jade. I don't know where Tiffy goes from here. She had a really good title reign in terms of length. 10 months is a great time to hold the title, but I thought it really tailored off and went downhill after WrestleMania, which the feud with Charlotte didn't work. I don't think she really gained her momentum back from that. Charlotte has, with her tag team with Alexa, but I feel like Tiffany, that feud was so awful. Tiffany just really hasn't gained her momentum back from that, in my opinion. But Her title reign's over. Jade Cargill is your new champion. I think they should have done this whole angle in the summer. Have Jade, after she won Queen of the Wing, turn heel, attack Tiffany, take out her knee, and then have Tiffany be injured at SummerSlam and do this angle at SummerSlam. I think they would have done a much better job of establishing Jade instead of doing a Saturday Night's Main Event show that not as many people are going to watch or remember because it's not SummerSlam. They plug WrestleMania 42 as they've done all week. Then we get the Intercontinental Championship triple threat match. Dominic Mysterio defending his title against both Rusev and Penta. So, just exactly what I thought it would be. People like Dom, I don't really. He's just a comedy character, was an Intercontinental Champion, whatever. Chairs used. The highlight of the match is Dom rings a ring bell when Rusev has the accolade locked in on Penta. Rusev thinks he's won, but then Dom used the ring bell. Eventually, Dom pins Rusev once again for the third time. He retains. Rusev's done, man. He's basically Andrade 2.0, man. How many times is he going to lose to Dom? But Dom won. The match was really not much. My expectations were really low going into it, and they did not exceed it. It was exactly what I thought it would be. They show Jey Uso in the locker room with Jimmy. He's pumped up. Then we get the big announcement, which is who is going to be John Cena's final appearance. His final opponent for his final appearance, which is the next Saturday Night's Main Event in about 6 weeks in Washington, D.C., which is bullshit. Fuck Washington, D.C. This last match should be in the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. He's from West Newbury, Massachusetts. John Cena is a Boston guy. That's where his last match should be. I don't care how much the Washington, D.C., the city of Washington, obited Boston. It's bullshit. Fuck Washington. We want it in Boston. Fuck off, TKO. Anyway, the big news is his final opponent, and this is what I thought they'd probably do anyways. He does an interview at Tom Rinaldi, and he says never again will he wrestle. So he's really telling us, yeah, I'm not going to do WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia, maybe against Edge. That's who some people want it to be. I don't think that's going to happen. Cena gives a hint on who his final opponent will be, and then they announce the 16-man tournament. The winner faces John Cena at Saturday Night's Main Event next month. It starts in Boston, which is John Cena's last appearance in Boston, on November 10th. That'll be the start date. They'll do matches on Raw, SmackDown. They might do one on NXT. All of them are there, and there's also going to be wrestlers who are not signed to the company, he said, so there will be a couple surprises. I expect Gunther to win the tournament. I think he'll make his return, win the tournament, and face John Cena next month. So that's how it's going to be. Then they plug Saturday Night's Main Event next month. John Cena's farewell in Washington. Again, fuck Washington, D.C. Should be in Boston. Next, we go to the World Heavyweight Championship main event. CM Punk against Jey Uso. Jey was out first to a stupid entrance. Then Punk comes out. Punk's definitely the babyface. So Punk, I should mention this, was paying homage to Duke Rufus with his ring gear. And Duke recently passed away. He was CM Punk's MMA trainer when he fought in the UFC. It was Rufus Sport. Duke, I believe, died in his sleep unexpectedly. So very sad, and he died very young. So really nice tribute for by CM Punk to his late MMA coach. Obviously, yeah, his UFC career didn't pan out, to say the least. But I really like the gesture by Punk paying tribute to Duke, and that was definitely a good thing he did. It's very painful watching Jey Uso wrestle. He's such a shit wrestler. Punk hits a GTS in the match, but the Yeet Man kicks out. Jey is just so clunky in the ring. Punk hits a second GTS. Jey bounces off the ropes, but then Jey locks in that shitty sleeper hold, the same one he used to submit Gunther at WrestleMania 41. Punk reverses into an Anaconda device. Uso grabs the rope. He survives. Punk hits a third GTS. Jey bounces off the ropes once again, and he hits a fourth GTS on Jey Uso to win. CM Punk, your new World Heavyweight Champion. He's visibly emotional as he wins. He's thrilled. It definitely means a lot to him. Cool to see him as champion again. Yeah, it's not the real title. WWE Championship's the real belts, real world title, but this is still a big title. It is the champion of Raw, so it's good to have it on Punk. Huge upgrade from Seth Rollins, in my opinion. He's much more entertaining, and I'd like to see him have a run as champion again. Let it go for a while. Maybe it goes to WrestleMania. I don't know, but I'm glad Punk's champion. He's definitely the best choice for Raw, and hopefully he's the focal point because the show will become a lot easier to watch when you especially with Seth out of the picture, hopefully for a while, because I don't like Seth, to say the least. I think he's boring. So there was also some news. Some people were upset on X. I got aware of it. So CM Punk, your new World Heavyweight Champion, Cody Rhodes, your current WWE Champion, Ricky Saints, your current NXT Champion, and Jade Cargill, your WWE Women's Champion, all decided to get together backstage. I'm not sure why Ricky's there. He's in NXT in Orlando. Why is he in Utah? But all of them backstage in Utah go gather around and take a picture posing with their title belts. All of them former AEW stars. This is clearly a middle finger to AEW and Tony Khan, obviously. A lot of people are pissed off about it on social media. Is what it is. I mean, Punk and Jade posing together as champs is nothing you don't see, because usually they do that, two new champions. But Punk, Jade, Cody, all of them former AEW stars, and Ricky Saints, why is he there? He's the dead giveaway. If it was just Cody and whatever, I guess they didn't include Dom, but okay. But Ricky Saints, come on, he was clearly there to do that. This was all a setup to just flip the middle finger to AEW. They want to hear Tony Fumble's chants or something. I don't know, but that was clearly by design. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'll put that as my thumbnail. I think people will be interested in it. I really don't have much of an opinion on it. They can do that. We'll see how their title reigns go, to be honest. We'll see what they do with that. So I'm more concerned about that, to be honest, than Tony Khan's feelings or how AEW fans are reacting to it on social media, including AEW stars like, I think, Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, that's what we know her as, made a tweet referencing it. Whatever. Whatever. Anyway, that was Saturday night's main event, and I thought, you know what, it wasn't a bad show. Punk's the champ. I'm happy Juice was not champ. And I'm happy to put the belt on Jade. They needed to, even though I like Tiffany, they needed to put the belt on Jade. And they didn't completely kill Drew, but I kind of wish that match never happened. I kind of wish they would just do the match at Survivor Series. Drew needs to beat Cody, I'll say that. That definitely has to happen in the future. But that was Saturday night's main event from Salt Lake City, Utah. And I thought overall it was actually not a bad show.